Alrighty, we'll jump straight into the design and why I've designed it like this. I wanted the table to be at a workable height. That's why I've done this hinge system, but also for weight. So I've only got to have one set of actual slides, because those heavy duty slides do have a bit of weight in them. It's all going to be out of aluminium. So this main body here will be 2.5 aluminium. The mounting bits here, they're going to be 3mm. And I reckon I'll do the tables from 3mm as well, just for a bit extra strength. And these hinges, haven't quite decided, but I reckon they'll be something around 5 or 6mm aluminium. So you can see here, this first table flips over. So once that flips over, that's one hinge point, and then we've also got another hinge point here, which flips the whole lot back over to the top. And I have checked clearances on my canopy, so this height here, I should clear the door when it's closing away, and then when it's closed, it'll look something like that. And obviously these here will have the hinges on them, which they slide back into. So if we flip it back over, we'll take a look at the hinges. So these hinges here, I'm going to do these out of mild steel. So these outer sections here will be 3mm. You can see in here, this extra little spacer I've got in here. So that's 5mm, so that'll leave me with a 2mm gap here to put a bit of nylon in the hinge point. And then this larger hinge here, which the hinge point's here, with an 8mm bolt, and I'll get some little thrust bearings to put in between. And then I plan on just getting an 8mm bolt, and I'll chuck it in the lathe and turn the head down to 12mm, which will sit in this arc here, which will keep all this at a 90. Hopefully that's the plan. And these little hooks here is just so you can hook a bag, rubbish bag or whatever on while you're cooking. These little holes here, I'll have a little rod, 10mm rod going between these, and that'll be to hang your tea towel on or whatever you want really. And that'll also sit out here when it's closed, so you can still have your tea towel hanging on it. This large section here is going to be for a coffee machine, which will slide out. I don't know what coffee machine exactly I'm going to use yet, so that's why I've just left it open, and I'm just going to deal with that after the fact. And then these are just storage for your food and whatnot. This little slot here will be for paper towel, and I'll 3D print this bezel here just to tidy it all up. And then I'll 3D print like a spring-loaded bar to go between these two holes that'll hold the paper towel. And I wasn't sure if the paper towel is going to fit through this gap. I don't think it will, so that's why there's a bigger gap, bigger hole in the top for it all to fit through. The hexagons is purely just for looks, just to break it all up a bit, and I think it looks good. This is definitely the most complex part of designing CAD, because I sort of just make this up as I go. And I'm sure there's going to be mistakes in it, but we'll fix them along the way. That's all part of it. So I'm going to get all these DXFs downloaded and send them off to the table, and we'll start getting all the parts cut out. So that's everything cut out apart from the hinges, because I haven't got any 6mm on hand at the moment, but I'm actually pretty happy with how that's all cut. It's real clean actually. I've tried a little bit of a different method. Instead of, because all these are 5mm holes for the rivets, oh well, not those ones actually, but all these ones. So instead of cutting the 5mm holes on the plasma, because the plasma won't do a hole that small perfect. It's pretty good, but not perfect. So I've just got it to pierce, mark the centre of all the holes, and then I'm going to go through and drill them and deburr them. So I'll see how that method goes. With the hinges, yeah, I'm going to have to try and find some 6mm during the week, or I've got some 6 by 100 flat bar here, but the widest part of the hinges is 120mm, so I'm not quite going to be able to do it out of that. So I might either go redesign the hinges so they do fit on that bit of strap, or I'll just try and get some at a later date. But for now, I'll clean all this up with the deburrer, then go over it with a sander, orbital sander, and get it all in the bender. I'll show you guys how I set these up in the pan brake, because when I first got the pan brake, I could never find much information on how to actually line it up. So out of CAD will give you the start, the middle and the end of your bend lines. So I go off the middle line, which on this case is 17.72mm from this edge. So I'll scribe that in and down here. Then I get it in the bender and line it up just by eye, as close as I can to those scribe marks. Which I've done this a few times now, so I know it has to be just under the face of the teeth. Once I get it lined up pretty good by eye, I'll then grab the verniers, and then I'll just double check, and I'll get that actual like 17.72, so that's 17.68, which is close enough. It's just time on the bender. I pretty much know now about there will be very close to 90. Well, that took a little longer than expected, and my brain must have been a little bit fried by the end, because I've bent these two mounts the same way. They're supposed to be bent opposites. So I'll have to chuck another bit of 3mm on the table and recut and bend one of those. But other than that, I definitely underestimated how many bends are in this. I've been bending for like 2.5 hours. But they look pretty nice. I haven't bent the table yet actually, the two bits for the table. I might leave them till I get the bit of 6mm, so I wouldn't be able to join them on anyway because I can't make the hinge. So I might get the rest of all this riveted together because I'm pretty keen to see what it looks like. Super happy with that. It went together pretty much perfect. I think I reamed, and it was like a real light ream on maybe 2 of the holes. Other than that, everything just slipped together perfect. I'm really, really happy with it. I feel like there's going to be heaps enough room too. Now that it's actually in person, these seem a lot bigger than what I thought they were going to be. I think I'm going to call it a night, and tomorrow I'll recut and rebend one of the mounts, and I'll fold the benches up and make a decision what I'm going to do with the mounts. I reckon I'll wait till I get some more 6mm, because I did try in CAD making those smaller and they just didn't look right. So I think I'll wait till I've got some more 6mm so I can cut out the hinges. It's been about a week, but we've now got some hinges. I went to a few different wholesalers looking for some alley. Turns out what it was going to cost me to get enough to do this, and I would have had to get a bit extra because I've never cut 5mm on my table before, so I would have needed a bit extra just to dial in the cut speed and whatnot. The place I was at were like, do you just want us to cut them? They had a water jet cutter there, so it was pretty much the same price. So I just sent them the files and they cut these on the water jet. So that's 5mm aluminium. And if you noticed in the previous clips, the tables here, these ones, are different to the ones that were earlier, because the ones earlier were actually version 1 and I wasn't happy with them, so I went back and went to this design, which I think should be a little bit stronger, and these ones are 3mm, not 2.5. So these are the ones you've seen on the original CAD design, the ones I've decided to go with. And I've cut out the hinges for here, so I'm going to get them bolted on now, and then we'll get this whole assembly bolted in here and see how it looks. And that works brilliantly. I have 3D printed a little handle there, so to pick it up from there, and I've also got a little latch on the back there to latch it on. So that works nicely. The 10mm stainless bars in, pretty happy with that too. What else have I done? I've also done these little, I guess guides you could call them, and then with the 5mm spacer. So it's got the even 5mm gap along here when it's shut, and that's a little magnet to line up with that magnet there. So that's what holds it shut. And you can see, I'll do this with one hand. Oh. And you can see, just latch that on, try and roll this over with one hand, it'll just snap into position, and that's heaps tight enough for transport. Yeah, so I think the only thing I've really got left to do now before it's ready for paint is sort out the slide mechanism in here for the coffee machine. I've actually got the coffee machine now, so I'm going to go in and design something for that. I reckon I'll 3D print something. It'll be pretty simple design. I haven't, go and jump on the computer and see what we can come up with. These holes here, I don't know if I mentioned, so I've got a hole here and a hole here, same on each opening. That's just for a bit of bungee cord to go across those to stop things falling out. I've got some of that here too, so won't worry about putting none of them on until I've got it all back from paint. Yeah, so I think the last thing to do is sort out this slide for the coffee machine, and we'll be right to send her off to paint. I'm keeping this coffee machine slide nice and simple. So you can see I'm going with the dovetail design, which this will be all 3D printed, and then I've got a bit of 2.5mm alley on the top, with a little tab here that I'll chuck a magnet on to hold it all in position when it's not in use. And I've also got some little hexagons here I can push some nuts into to hold it all down. I didn't really film cutting this out because, well, if you've been following along with the tray and the canopy fit out, I think you've seen enough plasma table. But yeah, just a bit of 2.5mm. These flanges are really just to give it some rigidity. We've got our slide, our dovetail. So I just need to bolt this on here, get our magnet on the back here, and we can go mark up in the kitchen, get these holes all drilled in the kitchen, and yeah, get the coffee machine on. That's looking pretty good. That'll fits in there perfect. Then it comes out. So I've got 190mm or 200mm that it comes out, which is plenty enough to be able to use the coffee machine from the front, and then you can still get it in through here to the back to take the to fill it up with water. So yeah, I'm going to put the camera down for a minute while I get this centered in here. Might take a bit of fiddling around to get it centered, and then I'll mark these 8 holes and get them drilled,
and we'll get the coffee machine sitting on and we'll temporarily strap it in and see if it's going to be workable once it comes out. But I think that's going to look pretty good like that. Yeah, so I have a magnet here to hold it in, and then I was going to put another magnet at this end to hold it out, but that might be just going a bit over the top. It probably doesn't really need that. But we'll yeah, get the magnet on the back and get it on there and make a decision after that. That's working pretty good there. I wouldn't say it's 100% perfect, but all the holes that need to be drilled in the actual kitchen are done now. I'll silicone a bit of plate or use that T-Rex glue stuff, and I'll get a bit of mild steel stuck in here once it gets back from paint for that magnet to get stuck onto to hold it back. But that's going to be heaps far enough out to use it. You can get your water off the back there. Oh. Yeah, you can still get the water off the back. Everything's easy accessible here. Slides in. Obviously you won't have that on there when it's packed away, but yeah, that should be pretty good. I think I'm going to leave it at that for now, and then when it gets back from powder coat and I do the final assembly, I can make finer tweaks and get it sliding perfect and sit where it needs to. But yeah, I think that's pretty good there. Yeah, magnet, definitely won't worry about a magnet to hold it out. Just the weight of it itself will hold it out. Will be plenty good enough. So yeah, it's pretty much time to start deassembling everything and getting ready for powder coat. So I'll see you guys back when everything's painted. I've got it all back from powder coat and I decided to go white. That'll make more sense in a couple of weeks when you see the rest of the canopy fit out. But I've gone like a matte sort of white. Actually, might even be a bit more of a gloss, but white powder coat. And I've gone black on the hinges, like a bit of a textured black, the same as what I've done on the tray. Same with the handle. So they should match in nicely with like the 3D printed bezel I got for the front there. And the other bits and pieces of black 3D print I've got should tie them all in nicely. The little magnet that holds the top down was a little bit strong, so I've 3D printed a little cap to go over it with 0.5mm thickness. So I'm just going to have to chuck that block back in the lathe and take 0.5mm off it. That should make it a lot easier to open. So I've got to do that, and yeah, I'll set you guys up on a time lapse and we'll get this jigsaw all bolted together. If you want to see it 100% complete with the coffee machine and all installed, you're going to have to subscribe and wait a couple of weeks for the final episode of the canopy fit out.